Welcome to the FGC podcast. I'm Turk,
And this is Slug.
and you're on a 10-second delay. Deal with it.
You
Um,
delayed me? You
no, no,
delayed
no,
me?
no. Everybody that's tuning in, they're on a
Uh,
10-second delay. Yeah. Sandy Kennedy is like the stream. Thank you, Sandy Kennedy. We appreciate you. Um, so it's been a week.
it's been a week since the last
Welcome
time
to
we
the
did this.
FGC podcast. How you doing?
Well, last we
Welcome to.
spoke, I was a little down on myself. I didn't feel very well. I was feeling ornery and aggravated. I'm here to report that after another week of eating nothing but potatoes, not much has changed. It's terrible, but I've now found that I just don't ever want to eat. When given the choice, eat a potato or just fasting is a great option. Like, I've not eaten anything today and I feel great. And the thought of putting a potato in my mouth is a little unsettling. But I will tell you that digestively, physically, I feel pretty good. Now, I've had some crazy gas. The peas are still crazy, body's still flushing, but I haven't went to bed with a stomach ache in 11 days. That's fantastic. And I did not weigh myself before I started this crazy ass idea. However, I am down 5 pounds from before the holidays. So I know I gained weight during the holidays. I like a pig. I mean, we ate nothing but sandwiches for 2 days. There were all kinds of, I ate on Thanksgiving, I think I ate 7 cold cut sandwiches. Okay. And then on Christmas, it was another gorge fest of just chocolates and ice creams and cookie pies. So I know I gained weight. I know I put on weight compared to what I originally weighed before the holidays. And now, after the holidays are over and after 11 days, or actually after just the original week of potato binging and cleansing, I'm down 5 pounds. So I'm excited to see if I lose any more. I have my meals planned out for tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday to finish out the week, to finish out the 2 weeks. Hannah's going to be an emotional support for these last 3 days. She's going to potato it up with me. We'll see if that lasts. I know that she's strong, but she's a little sleepy. So if she wakes up and wants Cheetos, I'm not going to knock her. Or if she wants a salad or a chicken, that's fine too. But I'm ready. I'm excited to finish these last couple days because I forgot I have 3 loaves of expensive keto bread that I bought right before I decided to eat a bunch of garbage. So I froze them. So I cannot wait for a keto egg sandwich on Wednesday morning and a pasta salad. We call them the 53 salad because we make creamy Italian and add banana peppers, and it's got like the salami and mozzarella and pepperoni. It's kind of like a delicious sandwich that they make at Maria's in Erie on Grandview Boulevard. Fantastic, especially if you're gluten free. And so I can't wait for Wednesday to come around.
Yeah, I remember Maria's. I found that place by accident. I think Lacey and I, this is like right after Lacey got diagnosed with whatever
Yeah.
she had, and we were in Erie, and she drove me, or she was letting me use her car or something, and I was like, well, all right, and so we just pulled in. I was like gluten free, and I saw that they had pizza and hoagies, so I was like, all right, let's do it. And it was actually surprisingly good for like a gluten free like. And it was pretty, and this was at a time before like a lot of restaurants had cauliflower options or
100%.
like
This is
yeah,
like
they
4
were
years
doing
ago.
it. Yeah, they were doing it way before like everyone now has some form of low carb something.
Shit, that's like almost 5 or 6 years because
It
I
was a lot more
forgot
than
Lace
that.
Base was my partner in 2015.
Okay, this is like 8
13,
years ago.
14. Yeah, 13, 14 was my original, and she came in 14, 15. So we definitely, wow. Yeah, they're gluten
We're
free
old
pizza.
as shit, bud. We're old as
They
shit.
are. It's not even being old. I'm okay with being old. I get that I'm in my 30s. It's the fact that I can't believe grad school was 5+ years ago almost. Like
I've been
that's
working at Wesleyan for 5 years. Yeah, it's insane.
girl.
Yeah,
Also,
this
now
is
with Maria's, if anyone checks it out, I honestly would suggest, depending on how wet the sandwich is, the gluten-free sandwich is better than the regular sandwich. Now they have like really thin, like small hoagie buns that toast up really nice. They're just white bread, white rolls that toast and get nice and crispy and hard. But
mm-hmm.
the gluten free is literally twice the size of a regular. That doesn't happen. Usually you get a gluten free, it's a quarter of the size and it's twice as much. This might be like $1 more, and it's double the size. It is so wide. It is very soft. It might be a little dry, but it's very soft and it's delicious. It toasts pretty good. So if you have a nice sauce on it, like if you're having a chicken bacon ranch, or if you're getting this 53 I'm telling you about, where the sauce comes from the Italian and the mayo, and the meats get nice and greasy, it is a superb sandwich.
I
I
have their
highly
menu up. So a 12-inch sub is only $9.
yeah.
Um, and then their pizzas, which are it's a 9-inch like personal pan pizza, is roughly about $9 to $10 depending on what toppings you get on it. And so for gluten free anything, that's pretty cheap in my opinion.
And I think their regular subs, literally, even if they are 12 inches, they're double the width. So like I'm pretty sure I will honestly want to say that like you might be looking at 11-inch regular, 12-inch gluten free,
Mm.
with like a 3-inch wide regular and a 5 or 6-inch gluten free. It's just it's a nice sandwich. It comes side by side where they just lay it on the plate for a regular sub. They have to cut it in half and lay it side by side on the plate when you get gluten free. I've never seen them respect gluten free as much as they do. Like nothing touches. They
Yeah,
have to have
their
family.
page talks about it.
Yeah,
It's like the first pizza place to offer gluten free. Everything's um, there's zero cross contamination. They use it in the kitchen, but they can't guarantee that it's 100%. But like, um,
Hannah's never gotten sick there, and
yeah,
she's not the most sensitive, but that's it's great. It really is.
they
They
even
really
talk about like what they use, so like what shells and stuff, and like how it's like they're supported by like all these different certifications and stuff. Yeah, it's a good pizza place. It's yeah, it was super good. But you
I
were
can't.
talking about keto bread. What kind of keto bread did you get?
Oh, I think it's called like keto thin, maybe. I will definitely talk about it next week because I plan on enjoying it. Also, apparently, there's some can't remember what, but some sort of sticky juice busted in the freezer, so everything's coated in stick, and we can't afford to take that out, or else it'll go bad. So it's covered in sticky. Hannah's very excited to finally get rid of it, so I'll be busting it up. I'll be using a lot of it over the next couple of days once I start eating, so I'll be able to give it a review.
If
They
it's
have multiple breads. They have paleo breads, vegan breads, keto breads, and they have different kinds of keto breads. They're a little expensive, but all the reviews say they're pretty good. So I'll be the judge of that. Again, we know that we strike out when we buy shit off of Facebook. This is a Facebook buy. This is one of those Facebook ads that popped up, but it just looked really good. I'm gonna try it.
I'm excited. We go to Trader Joe's. We're sponsored. I bring it up every week. Our house is sponsored by them. Uh, we grabbed some cauliflower wraps and some. I think it's pronounced jamaica. I could be wrong, but it is a tuber that is they cut it very thin, and it kind of has like a water chestnut vibe, like texture, but it has no taste, and it holds up really well. And we made breakfast tacos with them yesterday.
Okay.
Um, just we're just shooting for some low carb, just seeing what it was like, and it was surprisingly good. I saw some people saying you cook them. Other people said you don't even need to cook them. Like you just like you can just leave them in a pan and let them warm up. Other people said you just pull them out of the little container and slap your meat or whatever right in the middle of it, and it's good to go. Um, I think I preferred those over the Trader Joe's cauliflower like tortillas, just because cauliflower really has a strong taste, and sometimes that taste can overwhelm everything else you're eating. While the Jamaica had no taste. It was just a texture thing. It was a little
Okay.
weird. It was a little more crunchy than you anticipate when you're. It was like a wet hard shell, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
you got like the hard shell, like it's soft and it's wet, but it has a little bit of crunch like a hard shell. Um, and it wasn't bad. So Slugger
Hold on, bro.
Mena.
Herm wants to know what I think about a dumpling diet. I would love to do a dumpling diet. I was just talking in the house that dumplings are one of my favorite Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food. I love all dumplings. I love chicken dumplings from good old America or wherever we bastardized it from. So I love dumplings, but on the low carb life, I don't think I'll be having a dumpling in the near future.
In the
Sorry,
second
back.
half, well, you know what? I'll talk about this part now. And
Okay.
then we'll flip it a little bit. So speaking of dumplings, Gabby and I got bored yesterday, and we needed to get out. We were super super bored, and we needed to get out. So we needed to pick up some coffee. And I was like, I had the idea of like, let's just go to an international market. Like we have a ton of them. We have a whole street in Lincoln because Lincoln's a big refugee town. Um, so it has just like a ton of just different international markets. They've got like an African market. They've got multiple different Asian markets. They've got the Lobo Mexican market, which has like food from all over Central America. And so I was like, let's just go in. I'm gonna give myself like a $20 limit, and I'll go into each one, or I'll go into different ones and just buy some snacks, and we'll try them out. And so I went in and I got first I went into the Lobo Market, which had just a bunch of just different stuff. And I think the Lobo Market, and there's other Asian markets in town, and I might try one of those next time. But what I really liked about the Lobo Market was that you could buy like single serving things. So like like a twink, you like when you're in a convenience store or like you're in line at the grocery store, you can buy like a Twinkie, like or like a 2 pack of Twinkies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they had like a whole aisle where you could get like one bag of like two things. Or but like when I was in the Oriental market is what it's called. There everything was like in bulk. So you had to buy like a box, like a little Debbie box that had 12 of them in it. So like when I wasn't really trying to do surplus, and if I didn't like it, you know what I mean, it's gonna
Right. You
be
don't have
extra
like
that's going to
enough.
waste. So that was my preference there. But there's other Asian markets on that street, and they were all average and reviewed around the same. But this just had the most reviews, and it's the newest. They just remodeled it, so that's I went to that one. So I got a bunch of different stuff. We got a bunch of like different little Debbie kind of cakes, different little snacks like that. Some Pocky, is that what it's called? Um,
Yeah.
I think it's like it's not Pokey, Pocky, one of the
Yeah.
Pokey.
Pocky. Like the little sticks that you eat.
Yeah, but this one was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a this one was the little sticks, but then you dip them in chocolate. It was like a hazelnut chocolate. It was super super good. We Gabtron and I tried all like the sweet stuff yesterday. I got just off the top of my head, we had some like blueberry bars. I think there might have been durian in them because they stunk so bad. I think they were promoted as uh blueberry bars, but I'll have to go back and read through the ingredients to see if there's durian in it because it smelled like stink fruit. Um, we had boba ice cream, which was pretty cool.
Boba
Uh,
ice.
yeah, so it was like it tasted exactly like a boba, like a milk tea. Except the boba was a little too gummy for me. Like I understand when you're getting a boba, like it's supposed to be. I mean, that's what it is. It's tapioca. That's like its
Yeah.
thing. It was a little too slimy, so the texture thing threw me off. But Gabtron loved it. Um, I've also got from the from Lobo. I had like a it's like a banana chocolate covered banana bar. This is the Tiger Sugar um the Tiger Sugar uh boba bar. But it's like a boba popsicle. We at the Lobo store they had like a banana ice cream that's like wrapped in chocolate. I'm gonna try that for after dinner tonight. But what I got today to try on the pod, just because was a little bit of more savory stuff. So I got some plantain chips. These are from um, Colombia. Um, they are salted plantain chips, um, plantanitos from Mayate.
Yeah.
Then I got some Diana corn bits, which these are it's crunchy corn candy or crunchy corn chips, and it's spicy cheese. And then as the kicker, I got, and this is what I'm really excited for. And I don't know how to. There's no English on this, so I don't know. Well, there is English on this, but
They're
Only
corn
yeah,
nuts, baby. You just eat them.
only like 3 words. No, this is on the South Korean. Uh, this is from South Korea, and I believe it is Orion is what it's translated to, and it's
Okay.
swing pepper chips. Um,
Chips.
and it's made with a hot pepper base that I think, and again, there's no ingredients on here. Um, I think it is made from red pepper, and then ghost pepper, but I could be wrong. So I'm gonna try the. I'm gonna work my way up in heat, and I also did this as punishment for you, um, just
Uh-huh.
because it wouldn't be like a normal day if I wasn't an asshole. And
You are in fact
so
an ass.
so while you can only eat potatoes, I got potato chips. Um, yeah, because I'm a jerk. So this is the salted plantain chips.
Which aren't made out of potatoes, by the way, jackass. They're made out of plantains.
Really, I didn't know that. I didn't know what a plantain was.
And a corn nut. Corn is probably going to be made out of corn. So tell me, when you eat it, have you ever had any dried bananas or plantains in the past?
Yeah, I've eaten a lot of plantains. We have plantains when we go to Texas State, Brazil all the time.
Yeah. But have you ever had them
Um,
like dehydrated or crunchy? Because I see like Wegmans has a bunch of those like banana chips and plantain chips, but like yours looks like actual chips. Like it looks very thin compared to what I've seen.
they
So I
are,
want to know
and
what
they taste like chips. Um, they taste kind of like a baked chip.
I like a
The
baked
salt
chip.
on them is good. Um, you can taste the palm oil a little bit. These are winners. 140 calories in the bag, which if you take into consideration chips, that's actually really good.
Is that the whole bag?
Yeah.
Not like 5 servings a bag?
Nope, it's just this one serving in a bag.
I mean, I'd probably send that to my high school kid with his lunch.
Those are really good.
If I'm trying to give a 500-calorie lunch, give him a nice sandwich, maybe some fruit and veggies, and a big old bag of chips.
15 carbs per bag though. Um, those are good. Now let's do the.
Show the bag up for a little bit so Natty can check it out. Give her a long take.
The Mayete plantain chips, planitos. They're from Colombia, imported into Florida. And now these are the other ones. These are corn bits, crunchy corn bits. These are from again imported into Florida, but they are from San Salvador, and so they're from El Salvador. Um,
I'm
and
excited to know.
these
I've really wanted to try corn nuts over the last couple of weeks. I've been seeing all kinds of things on the internet and recipes and just like different snacks, and I've never had a corn nut.
so just like a little corn kernel.
I bet they taste good. Describe them to me.
Um,
Describe
they taste like Fritos.
them. Ew.
Um, but it tastes just like a corn chip, like a Frito corn chip. Not the Fritos itself, but the Frito dippers, like the scoops.
Yeah, the scoops.
So it's like a thicker corn chip.
Yeah, like a little dense.
The cheese and the spicy is not very pronounced at all. You primarily just get
Corn.
the crunchy corn chip taste. However, I can see myself eating these or like putting these like on like a chili or something like that, like as a topper. Add some crunch to it. Um, so there's 4 servings in this bag.
Wow.
Um, and there is it's 150 calories per serving. So um, someone else can do
That's
that math. That's a lot. Um,
150, you said? Because that'd be 600.
there you go. Thanks. That's why you're the savant, baby. And it's 17 carbs per serving. So
Well, that's,
that's a
yeah, I mean,
lot of carbs.
so that's not going to be something I ever try when I'm trying to watch my girlish figure.
Yeah, if you're gonna go low carb, this is not the way to go on these
Especially if they
guys.
taste like Fritos. Like, I do enjoy Fritos scoops with like some con queso dip, like some cheese dip, but I'm not a big fan of Fritos naturally. I don't even like tortillas naturally, unless I have some really good guac or like the best salsa.
These would be really good in as like a salad. You have like a crouton. Like you just throw a couple of these in there for some crunch. So like I would, so you wouldn't even really, if you could store them well, you wouldn't even need them for like, you wouldn't even need a full serving. Like you could just sprinkle them on something, and they would add some crunchy texture flavor.
Very nice.
Those are really really
It's a
good.
small bag though, so I'd love
That
to
is
know
a
how
small,
many
but it's
that's
dense. It's heavy. It's a heavy bag. There's a lot in there. Like I pulled it up to my mouth several times, and I would say that like I don't know. There's still at least like 3/4 of the bag in there.
okay.
Um, a serving is a third of a cup, so they're small and pretty dense.
All right.
And now these are what I'm super excited for: the swing chip hot pepper from
Tell me.
Orion.
And again, I
Now
hate potatoes and I don't like potato chips. So this is a little torturous because it's something new, but I'm also not excited because I just don't like potatoes.
it is from Yongsan-gu, Seoul, in
Ooh,
South Korea.
actually, I love eating things I can't pronounce.
That was the city. Um, Yongsan-gu. Um, yeah, I'm really excited about these. I still sense no heat from the corn chips.
I'm not going to say we're experts. Like, we're nowhere near hot sauce guide in tolerance, but we're no pushovers, okay? We're no slouches when it comes to heat.
Yeah, I think as time's progressed, I've gotten a lot better. I'm not a little bitch boy anymore. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
not as good as you, and I'm not even close to hot
The
sauce
hot
guy's
sauce.
level.
Yeah. I can't
But
touch him. I mean, I can eat what he eats, but I'm going to have a reaction. He just takes it like he's a stone cold killer.
these are spicy barbecue chips, and I'm in love.
Describe the spice.
It is a ridged chip, kind of like a barbecue taste,
For his and her pleasure.
but a very, very, but a very, very, very subtle smokiness. You can kind of taste the paprika.
Ooh, look at the coverage on that chippy.
There's some sugar on here. Like you can definitely tell like
Mm. Don't know how I feel about sweet.
it's definitely like a sweet barbecue, like a honey barbecue chip. Um, let's see what ingredients are in here. Um, yeah, sugar, garlic, hot pepper paste. Um, very, very, very good. I just now noticed that they just slapped on an English sticker over top of the Korean ingredient list.
Mm.
To be honest with you, I could eat this whole bag. And then
Okay. That's your front runner.
this is the front runner, the swing chips from South Korea, Orion. Um, what do you think, Avtron? You've had them all.
First one.
You like the plantain chips the most?
But I'm also a little bitch when it comes to heat.
Did you get, as someone that is sensitive to heat, did you get any heat off these?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't at all.
My tongue's tingling.
I'm not
Gab
getting
trying
any.
to tell. She's afraid of PG-13 movies and feels heat where there ain't none.
I will kill this
Pepper's
whole
too,
bag today.
pepper
This
is too
very good.
spicy for her, huh? She's definitely white.
So in this bag, again 4 servings in this bag. It's a much bigger bag, and I would say that it was about 75% filled, not like your Dorito bag, which is like a quarter filled, and then the rest of it's just air.
Okay, I see you.
175 calories per serving. And then
Oh, hot sauce
15
guys that dip that plantain into some Honduran crema.
and then 15 carbs per. These chips are fucking good. I was a little nervous because I thought they were gonna be very spicy. They're not. That's pure taste.
Mm.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna mail you a bag of these.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I appreciate it. Like next time I come to visit you, I'll eat some if you're still there.
Okay. Yo, those are
That's a lot
some
of
good
carbs.
ass
I'll never
chips.
eat that whole thing. Mm-hmm.
And we will be dipping these. We also got just some stuff. We've been eating a lot of Trader Joe's has like a chicken
Trader
that's
Joe's,
like
man.
marinated in a bunch of just different spices. And so we picked up some Honduran crema from the market as well, just because we've heard from Hot Sauce Guide's wife, she's from Honduras, about how good it is. So we wanted to try it. And we're going to make tacos tonight, or make steak tacos tonight, and we'll put some of this on there and see it, try it out. But we'll have the plantains and we'll have the crunchy corn candy for it as well. I'm hyped for dinner tonight now. Damn, I'm happy. I'm
I'm not, but
sorry
I'm
to
glad
rub
you
this
are.
in so bad on you, but you really missed out on a good opportunity of some tasty flavor. And I know I'm an asshole, but I got you a gift. It's coming on Tuesday, and I'm sure that it'll make your day. You'll have to tune into the stream on Tuesday to see what I got slug. Hopefully, it arrives in enough time for the stream. But when you were talking earlier, you shared that you're going to treat yourself on Tuesday to like a loaded baked potato as your final potato that you're going to
Yeah,
eat.
no potato. I know some people might say, well, that's not just the plain potato. They can just go and sit in a corner
You made
somewhere.
it 2 full weeks. I think a
Exactly.
potato with some shit on it is going to be okay for your last potato of your
Exactly.
potato cleanse.
Because that's why I'm gonna bust out a sweet potato on Monday, because I'm not gonna eat potatoes after this. Going into low carbs and not liking potatoes, the last chance I got to eat a loaded baked potato is this right here. Because if given a cheat meal, I will never choose French fries or a loaded baked potato when there's pasta, mac and cheese, there's pizza, there's subs. Those are gonna be my cheat meals, not a potato.
Yeah. So I am very ecstatic for you to see your gift on Tuesday. I'm hopeful as you're eating your
We'll
baked
open it, wash
potato,
our hands,
you're
and open
you're
it that day.
utilizing this activity or you're utilizing this item that I sent you, these things. I think it's gonna make
I
your
don't know
day.
what it is. I can't wait to find out.
I think it's gonna make your day. Um, and I want to let you know that that segment has been brought to you by FGCcertified.com. The boss or the boss the the slug and Turk taste test was brought to you by FGCertified.com, where you can buy all your merch. And if you tag FGC swag on social media wearing your merch, I'm sure that I'll host you and I'll share your image on our social media. My pops was rocking a t-shirt and mask the other day and sent it to me. People loved it.
He loves you so much. He loves you so much.
He's a good dad. He's a good dad. He's a good guy. He I don't remember what he said. He's like, I was too busy wearing your stuff or something like that. I was like, okay, all right, I got you. I got you. DK, I don't know what you sent. It's just asterisks because I think chat probably knocked you out. Who knows? So if it was a swear word, let me know. I don't know how to unhide it. And so our next segment. I don't know if you've been hearing. The world is crazy. I know you live in like your little bubble.
2020 is, as a whole, is pretty shit. So, I mean, has 2021 gotten any worse or crazier?
So, have you heard about the GameStop stuff? Do you know about it?
I've heard all the stuff, but I don't understand 1% of the stuff.
All right, I'm going to dumb it down huge for you. Hedge funds, corrupt business people, what they do
Okay.
is they gamble on the failures of a business.
Okay.
So they buy a stock at $10. All right. Then they immediately sell it at that $10. Okay.
Okay.
So what they do is they owe the broker or whoever that sold it through, they owe them that stock, but they don't have to give them that stock at $10. So then they wait for the market to drop. So say XYZ goes down to like $3 instead of the $10 that they originally bought it at. They buy it and then at $3 and then sell it at $3. They give them the $3 stock, and then they keep the $7 that they profited from the earlier purchase. It's called shorting. I probably dumbed it down. It didn't make a lot of sense, but it's called shorting. Hedge funds,
Gotcha.
big companies do it. They make profit all the time. All right. So a company or a hedge fund shorted GameStop. They bought millions of shares at a shorted rate, and somebody on the internet found it. And they said, hey, if we invest all our money in this, skyrocket the price, when their shorts are due, they're going to have to pay full price for them. They're not going to be able to pay that cheap margin that they found. And so the Reddit did what Reddit does, and they bought tons. People were investing their lifetime. People were investing like all kinds of stuff. One guy made like $13 million. Another kid put his parents' mortgage or something and got like $40 million. All kinds of crazy. It basically bankrupted a
I
hedge
thought that
fund.
was, yeah, I've heard that stuff.
So
Although I
they
heard the more
bankrupted. Okay, so maybe, but they bankrupted a hedge fund. So billionaires were no longer allowed to fill up, or no longer able to pay off their mistresses or to fill up their second yacht with gas. They could only use their first one. You know what I mean?
it sounded real 1% right now, or real 99%.
Hey, whatever. It's fun. So then they started to do some other separate things, and so Reddit got on all these different things about the stock market. And so they tried to do another one. They found out that AMC had another like 59 million stocks worth of shorted sales. And I think that company, that hedge fund was Citadel Finance or something like that. Well, so Reddit wanted to do the thing. So then they did it, but then it gained more and more traction. And then so other like weird shady shit was happening and market manipulation where some certain apps, Ameritrade and Robinhood, they said you can't buy AMC stock, you can't buy Nokia, you can't buy BlackBerry, which really screwed with the market. So right now we're currently in it's called a squeeze. Yeah, I don't know. We're currently in a squeeze. Friday was the target deadline for whenever the shorts had to be, or when they had to start. They can pay fees and taxes on it to prolong it. But if they a lot of the companies shorted it at like $8.53. It ended on Friday. AMC ended at $13 and like 80 cents or something like that. So it well over what it means. So that means technically if the companies, the hedge fund wants to make their money or not lose even more money, they have to start buying it at, or they have to start selling at that rate or buy their stock back. So who knows? Technically, and hopefully, if everything worked out like the GameStop one did, people that bought into AMC are looking at to possibly $40 to $50 on their shares or more when it's currently at like 13. That's like the projected. That's what the nerds think. Who knows? Something might happen. It's a gamble. It's not real. It's not like a real science or anything like that. Anyone that tells you that it is an idiot. It's just gambling essentially for rich people.
100%.
So I bought a couple shares of AMC when it was like at like $9. So we'll see what happens. And then another thing that took off was Dogecoin. Doge was created as a meme. Doge is a cryptocurrency, and it was just created by these guys as a meme. And they put the Doge meme as their icon and created like a little D symbol for it. And it was just supposed to be like a Bitcoin meme. Well, about I don't know. I think it was like January. I had extra money, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy some Dogecoin. So I bought a couple thousand Dogecoin, and I just had them sitting there. Well, when the internet was being the internet, they someone boosted up Dogecoin quite a bit. And so when I got it at 0.010 something. And now it's almost worth 5 cents a coin. So I've got about 5 times what in
Okay.
value. At a point, it peaked at 10 cents, but a lot of people sold. And then, like, other things have happened where, like, if you're not pumping it up and you're not buying it, it's going to decrease a lot.
Yeah.
And then again, Robinhood and other websites started like manipulating, and you can't buy it, or you can only buy it at certain times, which is something that shouldn't be doing. Um, but anyway, I have a ton of Dogecoin, and with this that's happening, people are manipulating or not. And it makes me think about a time in my life where I hate sharing this story because it's not something that you should ruminate on because you don't know. You know what I mean? It's a gamble. It doesn't make any sense. But at a
It's
time in my life, I was fresh. I was like, I think it might have been like my senior year of undergrad, or like I don't remember exactly when it was. But I had 18 Bitcoin. I had sold some items in a game called Outwar for Bitcoin, and at the time,
okay.
Bitcoin was Bitcoin was like worth like $20 a coin, so less than
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I mean? So I had them, and I was like, whatever. And so then again, they weren't worth anything, and so it was like one summer, and my buddies and I wanted pizza. So I was like, I don't have any cash on me, but I have my Bitcoin, and so I traded it for. I don't remember how I traded it, but I essentially bought pizza with a couple of my Bitcoin. And then in another game, I sold the rest of my Bitcoin for some items in Outwar again later at a later date when it was worth a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But in my brain, my 20-year-old brain, whatever, I never really ever processed that a
Like,
Bitcoin would currently be worth, hold on, I'll tell you right now, currently worth $32,000 per coin. And at a time, I think it peaked at $40,000 just a couple months ago. And so I, Ryan Christopher Turk Jude Davidson, the 14th of whatever, McKees Roxian land, had in his pocket a potential investment worth $7,200,000. And I sold them probably for a Pizza Hut pizza and some JPEGs in a video game. No, they moved, so they're probably gifts in a video game. And at that time, they might have only been worth like $80 total or whatever. Um, but it hurts the heart whenever I occasionally see someone on the Twitter uh, um, promote, oh, hey, look, my
mm-hmm.
Bitcoin's up 40K. And I just am reminded. So I have Dogecoin. I hope that in 10 years from now, that fucking Dogecoin's worth 50K and I'm a millionaire, and I'll donate most of it. I don't even fucking care. But just the fact that I have it, and I had it,
It's a
and
good
to
call.
just recall the fact that I had almost $1 million in Bitcoin just sitting on account that I traded for pizza and a PNG is pretty rough.
I still kick myself for passing the Bitcoin vending machine at the mall in Erie and be like, you know what? I got $1,000 on my credit card. I could buy 3 of these for $300 each, and I'd have 100 grand right now. But it's
Yeah.
all in the past. Plus, I understand how it works. So what if I bought a Bitcoin? What do I do with it? How did you get a Bit? How do you find a Bitcoin? What are they even on? I don't know. I don't get cryptocurrency. I just know people are making money. And you know what? I think with our luck in 10, 15 years, Dogecoin will be worth $1,000, $10,000 a piece. And that's when there'll be a revolution. They'll kill all the rich people in America, or they'll finally make a law that says, no, 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 you can't make money like this anymore. And it'll be all for naught.
Yeah. But I felt like it was a time to share that story. When I tell people that story, they just audibly groan. Or one of my guys in one of my fantasy football leagues, he talks about crypto a lot, and I told them the story, and they were just like, "You need to just mute. Find an app that just eliminates that word from like your browser. So like if something if it pops up, it's just muted because they would hate to be
Never again.
reminded of it." And I think I just tell and share about it more as to be like
It's
dramatic.
fun.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
funny.
like natural. I don't think it actually hurts my heart anymore. But I think it's just a really good like funny story, and um, you just never know when you get an investment. Sit on it, see
Hmm.
what happens. It might not pay out, but it might pay out. Um, yeah. Have you had an investment like that that you've dropped the ball on or got fucked on?
No, I'm terrible with money.
Case in
I
point,
don't
I get you.
invest. I started to invest and I lost all my jobs. And like, well, guess what? I gotta cash all that out.
I logged on to that account in that video game the other day because some of the guys were tagging me on Discord, and I looked at it. It's still a pretty good account. It's still a pretty good account. It's not nearly worth $720,000, but
But you're still stacked.
it's still pretty okay.
You still play. Okay.
So if you learned anything from today, step out of your bounds. Go to international food markets, but don't necessarily gamble away your money on things that you don't fully understand.
Hmm. That's great.
Invest
If
it
you're gonna gamble,
into investing it into food markets and buying yourself cool ass bags of chips that taste really good and live a little. You know?
or bet it all on black because it's like a 45% chance. Those are great odds.
Yeah. Those videos always blow my mind on YouTube where they're like, oh, let's go to Vegas and drop like $30,000 on red. And then they do it and they get it and it's like, well, fuck you. And like, what happened? Yeah. I
Most
don't know.
certainly.
Invest in hot sauce, invest in potato chips, invest in local business. You know?
I mean, commodities. I'm thinking like toilet paper and hand sanitizer. But yeah,
No, 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 no. No, I'm saying hot sauce. I saw what he said. I'm saying my own thing. Hot sauce. Invest in hot sauce. Keep Hot Sauce Guy's business lasting forever. Because out of all of us, he's going to be the one that succeeds. You know? Hot
I agree.
Sauce Guide is a celebrity. And we're just here to pump up Hot Sauce Guide. That's if I take anything away from all of this,
Hmm.
it's to make Hot Sauce Guide a celebrity.
He already makes us look like chumps. I'm just richer for knowing him. For having known him, my life is more fulfilled and I am more rich.
Greatest human on earth, Hot Sauce Guide will be in every single television in the future.
And eventually, maybe even his own line of hot sauces. We'll find out.
Invest in Hot Sauce Guide. Well, that's the pod. That's the show.
That
We've
is.
talked a lot. My throat hurts. I got a vaccine. I slept 12
Congratulations.
hours on Friday. I got the first dose of the
So
vaccine
did
because
I did not get a vaccine though. I just slept because I had nothing better to do with my life.
I could not keep my eyes open. My eyes felt like they were lead. And my brain was active, but my body was just like, no, man, you just need to
I'm
sleep
glad
it
you got that
off.
first. Glad you got the first one. You ready for the second one?
I am ready for the second one, middle of February. Um, I hear the symptoms are far worse on the second dose.
Yeah,
So
I've heard that everybody who's had the second dose, it's like you literally get sick.
so we'll see. We'll see how long. We'll see if we do a podcast then.
Hmm.
In the meantime, just want to shout out. Go check out Hot Sauce Guide. He just reached 600 followers. He's sending us some pretzels from a company, Roth's Pretzels. We talked a little bit about them last week. We're really hyped about those. He said he's been eating them all weekend. He's got the garlic ones. Um, we're gonna touch base and maybe we'll get him on cam. We'll see what he wants to do, but um, we'll we'll definitely, as long as they arrive and the mail is not crap. Hopefully, we'll have those for next week. We can do some taste testing on some scorpion pepper pretzels and do some other things and burn our butts for your pleasure.
Well, thank everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone enjoys this gray Sunday, and we will see you next time.
In the words of the great slug,